Okay. I mean, you can even see the tongue is like rigid in there, right? Ready? You saw that, right? What is going on, everyone? Today, we're going to take a look at the recent Reebok pump retros that have released within the last couple years. Of course, starting with the D Browns, and then this colorway was next, and then this one, and so forth and so on. Of course, there's some not here, but I do have them, such as the green and black and other variations. But we're going to start here, okay? Now, of course, these are size 13. I got a big foot, so it takes a little bit to really get them full. We're almost there on this one for sure. Oh, yeah. Now, here we go. First one. I think this thing is maxed out. See that? Hear that? One down. Here we go with this one. Pump it up. And again, you will see the tongue visibly deflate from the air when I let the air out. This one's just about full. Oh yeah, it's getting real tough to pump too. Alright, ready? Two down. Next. Now this one. I like the, like I said, I like the white colorways because you can visibly see the air leave the tongue a lot better than on the black colorways. But of course, we had to do the D Brown first because that was the first release of the Omni Zone 2. Oh yeah, this thing's damn near rock solid. That's what she said. Alright. Here we go. Do it from this angle. You saw that. You heard that. Next. Now with the Americana one. Whatever they were calling this. I forget what they called this thing. American something, right? Retro colorway. Detroit Pistons, maybe. I have another one that's Detroit Pistons too. But it has some gray on it. Not just this colorway. Very similar colorway. Do believe that one was geared toward the Detroit Pistons. Maybe this one is too. I don't know. No gray on this one though. Oh yeah, this thing is very, very ready to rock and roll. Here we go. Now this one. This one just came out. Literally like 2 months ago. Or so. It's funny, some of these have a more, I don't know, I guess a sturdier feeling pump that's, you know, a little tougher to push. And then you have ones that are kind of like really, you know, loose to push, but this is one of the tougher ones, so, oh yeah, here we go. Now, TZ pump just came out. Let's do this. I just, you know, can't believe I even have to make a video like this right now, but I hear people running around putting a bad name on these by saying, oh, you might as well not buy them because the pumps don't work. They don't actually work. They're not functional pumps. Oh, yes, they are. Yes, they are. If you got non-functional pumps, you got a defective pair, and you should do something about it. All right? Don't run around and just say, oh, these just don't work. No, the air bladder's in there. The pump is meant to work. The air release valve is in there. The pump is meant to work. So if you're having problems, better do something about it. Yeah, that's just about ready to go. Shaq Attack tennis. The Shaq Attack tennis. Oh yeah. Shaq playing tennis. Can you imagine that? Being great. Shaq playing tennis. Good lord, that'd be funny. Now if he was like playing tennis and he was like this huge mega pro, that'd be even more hilarious. It'd be great. Yeah, this thing is bursting at the seams. So there's those. Once again, I'm going to do this one more time. We got an Omni Zone 2 here. Alright. From what, 2021 this one was released, this one particularly. Let's pump it up. I'm going to try to give you the best possible visual of this I can. Alright. See if I can't get it in view. Hang on. Get that rock and rolling as much as I possibly can. Okay. I mean, you can even see the tongue is like rigid in there, right? Ready? You saw that, right? There you go. What's that? Still not satisfied? How about a dead stock pair of D Browns? Because of course this is one of my all-time favorite shoes and colorways, so I had to get a second pair to put on ice. So, there we go. Once again, well, it's got the paper and stuff in it there. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it there, but oh yeah. Oh yeah. Pumping up real good. Real nice. No problem. See? See? There you go. How about that? They work. Go figure. Novel concept. What's that you say? Shaq Attacks? Let's check them out. Recently released Shaq Attacks. Just a few months ago. On this original colorway. Here it is. Oh yeah. One down. Next. The black and blue, Azure blue, or whatever it's called. Shaq Attack. Recently released. Not even, what, a few weeks ago? A couple weeks ago? Oh yeah. One thing I'll say about these Shaq Attacks, nothing wrong with the pump, but I'll tell you what isn't right compared to the OGs. Let me pump this up one more time and I'll show you. For those that you know, are from back in the day and they had the OGs back in the day, you're gonna remember this when I point it out. If in case you don't already know. Let's pump it up again for the sake of what I'm going to show you. Yeah, this isn't going to get much more pumped than that. Pretty pumped. The release valve on the OG Shaq Attacks back in the day in the 90s when they came out, the release valve actually had a little, like, it was raised. Whereas on here, it's completely flat and you got to fumble around to find it. So that's one difference that I don't think I pointed out. But yes, back in the day, the release valve actually was raised. This, material was still here, but it was raised. So, yeah, there's a difference for you. Still works just the same. Now the Street Fighter edition. Oh yeah. You can even hear the material, releasing and deflating. Alright. What's that you say? Not enough? You want more? Well, I got more. Let's go back in time a little ways. We have a 2010 retro, 2013, 2014 retro, and somewhere in 2016 maybe, I want to say, on this Omni Light. This is not the same shoe we looked at earlier. This is an Omni Light. I will pull out the other shoe in a minute to show you the difference. But starting out with the Twilight Zone with the ERS system, Twilight Zone. Well, does it pump up? You're asking yourself? Apparently. Apparently you're asking yourself? Well, I'm going to answer it for you. And once again, I like these white pairs because you can visibly see the tongue deflate. See that? Not Blacktop Battleground. Pump working then? Let's find out. Another one where the pump is a little rigid and tough, which is good because, the material's a little thicker, therefore it ain't going to tear or wear out nearly as fast. I think we're about there. Omni Light. There we go. I'm so, these are cool and all, but so happy they brought back the actual Omni Zone 2, because this was not an original. This was I don't know, their way of bringing back the Omni Zone 2, but changing it just because they felt like it, I guess. I don't know. I'm just glad they finally brought back the actual Omni Zone 2. Now, I need to work on some other ones. TZ pump's pretty cool, even with slight changes made to it. They still kept the size and height of the shoe, which is not what they did with these Omni Lights. There you go. Now, let's see what we got with the Omni Light versus the Omni Zone 2. So here's the Omni Zone 2 and the Omni Light. Omni Light is a lower cut shoe. It's more of a mid versus this high. Okay, so higher cut, more of a mid-range. Colors pop on the Omni Zone 2 way better. The mesh around here, the mesh netting type material, is more accurate than this. At one point they didn't even have this mesh on these Omni Lights. They just had, a piece of leather going around there, which is not accurate by any means. There's the bottom. Okay. Turn them around. The hex light on the back of that one. Hex light on the back of that one looks way better. Okay. And of course, one of the biggest things is the inside here with that, kind of corduroy lining, whereas this is just run-of-the-mill stuff. So there you go. Omni Light, Omni Zone 2. Definitely a difference. Alright. May not seem like a big, huge difference, but believe me, it is. Put it to you this way. For those of you out there like, I ain't wearing no Jordan mid, I only want Jordan highs. Well, same thing here. I only want Omni Zone 2, not Omni Light. On to the next. One more time with the TZ pump, because it just came out, so we're going to put it through the ringer. even though I know it works just fine. Let's have at it. Yeah, it's getting tough to pump. Alright. See if I can get this up here nice and close so you can hear it. There you go. Pumps work. If your pumps ain't working, they're defective. And you should do something about it. You should message them, call them, anything. Have them do something about it. Replace them. You tell them you want them replaced. Don't settle for a gift card. Tell them you want them replaced because, you know, they're supposed to work. And they are supposed to work. They've always worked. They've never not worked. And if they're not working, there's a problem. It's not because they sent them out with non-functional pumps and just sit here and put a pump ball on the tongue for show and there's no actual air bladder in there. Yeah, there's an air bladder in there. And yes, it works. So, yeah, the problem I have with people is running around saying, oh, they're putting out pumps, but they're non-functional. The pump's just for show. Nope. Wrong. I can't tell you how much that irritates the hell out of me when people run around and say that, when what they should be saying is, well, I got a pair of pumps, but they're defective and not pumping. That's exactly what you should be saying. Not sitting here putting a bad name on the pump and the Reebok and all that stuff saying that they sent them out without a pump. No. They absolutely work and should work, okay? But we are going to put Reebok on blast for sending out pairs that are defective and they're going to have to replace them, okay? So next time you get a pair of pumps and you sat there and you pump them up and they ain't working, you need to get a hold of them ASAP within 24 hours of getting the pair. Like, look, man, I want a replacement and I ain't settling for anything less. So if that means you got to make one pair in your factory just to send to me, you better be doing it. How about that? Ha. That said, catch you all down the road.